Selena Quintanilla, A Cultural Reflection by Taylor Jenkins. Selena Quintanilla Perez, born April 16, 1971, was also known as Selena. She was an American Tejano singer, later called the Queen of Tejano music. Her contributions to the music and fashion world made her one of the most celebrated Mexican-American entertainers in the late 20th century. Tejano music. Tejano music, also known as Tex-Mex music, is a popular music style fusing Mexican and U.S. influences. Typically, Tejano combines Mexican-Spanish vocal styles with dance rhythms from Czech and German genres, particularly polka or waltz. Tejano music is traditionally played by small groups featuring an accordion, a guitar, or banjo sexto. Its evolution began in northern Mexico. Her background. As the youngest child of the Quintanilla family, she debuted on the music scene as a member of the band Selena y los Dinos, including her elder siblings A.B. Quintanilla and Suzette Quintanilla. In the 1980s, she was often criticized and refused bookings at certain venues across Texas for performing Tejano music, a typically male-dominated music genre. However, her popularity grew after she won the Tejano Music Award for Female Vocalist in the year 1987, which she then won 9 consecutive times. She signed with EMI Latin in 1989 and released her self-titled debut album the same year, while her brother became her principal music producer and songwriter. Her career. Selena released Entrale a mi mundo in 1992, which peaked at #1 on the U.S. Billboard Regional Mexican Albums chart for 8 consecutive months. The album's commercial issues led music critics to call it the breakthrough recording of her musical career. One of its singles, Como la Flor, became one of her most popular signature songs. Live, released in 1993, won Best Mexican-American Album at the 1994 Grammy Awards, becoming the first recording by a female Tejano artist to do so. In 1994, she released Amor Prohibido, which became one of the best-selling Latin albums in the United States. It was critically acclaimed as responsible for Tejano music's first marketable era, as it became one of the most popular Latin music subgenres. Her marriage. Selena and Chris Perez fell in love with each other while on the road. Initially, they kept their relationship a secret in fear of Selena's father's reaction. One day, Selena's sister, Suzette, caught them flirting and reported them to her father, who was furious and demanded Chris be removed from the band. Selena had concluded that the only way her father would accept them as a couple was if they were officially together. On April 2, 1992, Selena and Chris eloped. Within hours, media outlets announced their union, making the Quintanilla patriarch furious. Selena and I decided that the only way to be together was to run away and get married. What a roller coaster ride that day was, Chris wrote on Facebook. Her death. Selena was killed on March 31, 1995, by Yolanda Saldivar, her friend and former manager of her Selena Etc. boutiques. Saldivar was cornered by police when she attempted to end her life, but was convinced to give herself up. She was convicted of murder and sentenced to life in prison with possible parole after 30 years. 2 weeks later, George W. Bush, then governor of Texas, declared April 16th as Selena Day in Texas. Her posthumous crossover album, Dreaming of You, released in 1995, debuted atop the Billboard 200, making Selena the first Latin American artist to do so. Her because we learned about different occupations in the textbook, including singers, dancers, and performers like Selena. I also grew up listening to her music and have grown to appreciate it as I've gotten older. I believe that focusing on artists from different cultures and different racial backgrounds is the key to making sure that the music industry stays as fresh as possible. I feel that Latin American artists get an interesting representation in modern media today, and Selena was probably one of the first artists to make sure that essentially paved the way for a lot of the artists we see today. She paved the way for J-Lo, Bad Bunny, even Cardi B somehow. I think that she is an amazing person, an amazing performer. This has been my presentation. Thank you for watching.